Ready for today's episode? Alright, you guys, what is going on? We just had a 4-day weekend thanks to Thanksgiving. I hope that you had a great time with your family. I hope that you had enough time to spend with your family, because I know that some of you guys that watch this print at home and possibly have a job at the same time. So it's definitely good to spend time with the family. I definitely did spend some time this weekend. We went out to Sedona and I stayed away from this guy for about 3 days. We see each other like 16 hours a day for like Monday through Sunday. So definitely feels good. I had a lot of questions on my YouTube channel and also on my Instagram. So today we're going to go over some of those questions, and I hope that you get the answer that you're probably hoping for. So let's get started, and we have a lot of work, so we need to catch up. Alright, so the first question that we are going to answer is how we got this washout tank to work properly indoor. And it's very simple, especially if you are using a pressure sprayer like I recommend that you do. All you really do is, well, first of all, let me explain something. You got to figure out where you're going to put your washout tank before you even bring it in. So obviously you may not want it too far, because you're going to have to buy a lot of pipe to run to your sewer, and also a long water hose for your pressure sprayer. So the way I did it, once I found this, and I found it on, I think, Facebook for like $400, and I offered them $350 and they took it, or $300. It was cheap. Whatever it was cheap. I took my time looking for one. I found it and went and grabbed it right away. So all we did was get the tubing. We ran it all the way to the sewer that's right behind that toilet. And I'll show you guys so you guys can see. So there it is. That was super simple. And then for the water going into the pressure sprayer, we got it off of the cold line. So this, it's backwards now because we switched them. But this would be the hot and this would be the cold. So we got the right attachments to make it fit the sink line to get the water straight from there. And it was running hot with the boiler, but all we did was go up there. Okay, so that's really all I did. You gotta find a place that's convenient. If you're only gonna run water and you wanna put like a 5-gallon bucket underneath so that the water falls because you can't find any other way, then that's fine. I think it's gonna take too much work to do it that way. But if you have nothing else, then, I mean, you could. I did it like that for like 2 months when I was at the last location. And it worked out fine. But it was a hassle. So that is one of the things that I did that worked out very well for me. I did my research online to find it at a good price. If you need to buy a brand new, then you can definitely do that. But there it is. Pressure sprayer off of Costco. The washout tank from Facebook, and everything else was from Home Depot. The water hose, all the piping that goes to the drainage, that's all from Home Depot. And it's very simple to install. You just got to follow some simple instructions and find the way to it. So there it is for that. The second question was, how do I manage to work my 9 to 5 and still come to my shop and run my business at the same time, and have a YouTube channel and try to explain to you guys how to do what I do? Well, quite frankly, I don't have an exact answer for that, but I can tell you guys that I go in at 6 in the morning to my 9 to 5. Me and Brian get out at 2 if we don't take a lunch break. We get out at 2:30 if we take a lunch break, and then right after that we head to this shop. We only work like 4 minutes away from where I work at my 9 to 5, So we get here super fast. I mean, we've been here for an hour and we get so much done so fast. So the easiest way for me to handle both jobs is to give myself a 2-week turnaround with my clients, which gives me enough time to either print out film, order the t-shirts, reclaim some screens, and not fall behind. That way I can manage to still keep both jobs. So I still don't make enough here at the shop that I own for myself to quit my 9 to 5, but hopefully, and I need to hire Brian apparently, so I need to make enough money for both of us because I need to pay him for his graphic designing work, and hopefully that's gonna happen soon. So I don't know, I just gotta get up and do it. I don't ask a lot of questions. I just start working and I stop like around, you know, sometimes my days go all the way to 10:30 at night from one job to the other, and that's okay because I get a lot of work done. And like this week we have some that dragged over from last week, and the only reason why it's because we're still getting approval on the artwork, and things like that give me a chance to come in and reclaim and get ahead for the future jobs that are coming, that are in transaction right now, for either waiting to get the invoices paid. So the way I do it, and I guess this will make a lot of sense, is just kind of create a system where you have a schedule and you know exactly what's going on, and you don't have customers yelling at you or customers coming in expecting their goods to be done and they're not. So I guess if you create your own system that works for you, then there it is. As far as how much you should save to start your own business if you work at your 9 to 5, that's something that I have no idea of, because the way I did it, I saved up for my first press. I had it in storage for 3 months before we moved to a house because we were living in an apartment. And once we found the house, they had like a shed in the backyard. That's where I set up my first screen printing shop. And from there, you know, I went a whole year printing out of the back of my house until I had an opportunity to go halves on rent on the spot with a guy that I don't longer talk to because partnerships are not good. But anyways, that kind of got me started and gave me the courage to go out and have my own spot and not be at home. So I don't know if this works or not, but that's the way I did it, and that's the way we've been doing it. I hope it helps. So here pretty soon I'm also, oh, by the way, I think those are the only questions that I had. I know I said I had a lot of questions, but I don't want to eat up too much of the time for the vlog, making it like 20 minutes long. So I have more of these coats coming in for the brand. They have my sweaters in them. I think I'm going to print the front of these pretty soon, so they're going to be available. If you guys want to support, just hit me up on Instagram. I'll leave a link below. Today I'm just going to finish reclaiming some of the screens that are left over from last week. And I still have this set up amazingly. It hasn't gotten approved even though it's a reorder. They just changed that tan color. The last time we printed it, it was a little bit more yellowish, so they wanted it lighter. I think that looks better, so they're right. And we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna be back in here tomorrow doing some exciting screen printing stuff. This is the back of my sweaters, just in case you guys want to see it. V23. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for your questions. If you guys have any more questions, do not be shy and just fire away. I will try my best to answer them. We're getting ready to print out some film and possibly burn the screens today to leave them ready for tomorrow. So that's just how we get ready for the next day. But deuces.
I'm gonna get this girl a model. You should get it.
Alright, so we're getting the No Mames finally. Chingona. East Side Story for this dude. 19 for 19. And a couple for Knife and Garment. So we got a lot of work this week. I did reclaim a lot of screens. Not a lot, just like 8. But it's more than what I need because I have some in the dark room. And we will be back tomorrow to do some screen printing. See you guys. Brian, how long has it been since we've been here for real?
What?
We haven't been to Whataburger in a minute. You know why? Because they didn't sponsor us, huh?
Yeah.
They should have, though.
They were down with the
We ate here like every single day. Brian's burger is with El Meat. And mine's straight veggie.